Alright, so here's my Rav4 2015, and I've been doing a little bit of customizing in order to just get it to fit me a little bit better. Bought it a couple weeks ago. So what we're going to do today is fix up some chips. So when I bought it, there's some paint chips, mostly on the hood, some on the side. So you should be able to see those. And we're just gonna touch those up today, repair those or whatever. So I want to show you a little before and after before we get started with that. You can see, well, I did the left side here. I did not do the center or the right side. We can say the middle, the center, the driver's side I did not do. As we move over, you'll see how this side looks. Hopefully you'll be able to catch that. So anyway, I'm doing this video because I got online as well to look at videos on how to use touch-up paint, and because I have these chips in here, I want to take care of them. And I just gotta say, the videos I saw were not all that good. You know, there's some people using toothpicks to fill these little chips in, and other people I saw, actually some dealerships, where they were just taking the brush, brushing it on and going. Both those I really wasn't too sure about, but I did it. And so I did this side. You'll see the chips over here, but you'll see over here, you might be able to see where I maybe did a fill in. I'm not sure. But this is nice and clean. You know, visually, if you look real close, you can see a couple of chips, but they can still be filled in if you want to continue to do a third round or so. So I'll set this up right here. Anyway, that's what we're going with. And I got online some of this genuine Toyota touch-up paint. We have pearl blue, dark blue pearl, and so the match for that is a 8P4. That's what I got. It's a good match. What I have run into is when I first do it, the first coat, if it is multiple coats, can be a little bit light. So just let that dry, put another coat on, and it will match. But with the small stuff, as you'll see, that really doesn't matter so much. Nothing really matters so much with any of this. A good match is good as far as paint goes, but basically what you're doing, regardless of what other videos you've seen, we're taking this pin, it's like a ballpoint that you press on, and when you press, the paint comes out. And what you're doing is you're filling the chips in, you're letting it dry, and you're wiping the excess off. So if you've seen those other videos, just know that you wipe the excess off, so none of it really matters. We fill these chips, Wipe the excess off after it dries. If we need to do another second coat, we do. I got some clear coat as well. I haven't tried that yet, but if I feel like I need to, I'll put some of that on. So no worries, no stresses. What I do want to show you is this is very sharp right here. You want to be very careful with this. This will clean up any of these scratches. I wouldn't really recommend, when I did it, the small ones, not a big deal. Paint's just going to fill them up. Ones like this size, not too small, this is very sharp. You just move it back and forth very lightly and just do very little. You'll find out that if you skip out of the hole, it'll scratch your paint. I'm not sure what this is, but it's like a sanding stone kind of thing. Which is actually probably what it is. So anyway, there's a couple that I see a little bit of rust. I see my reflection now too. I better straighten up here. Same way. I do gardening videos as well, but I've done some work on this truck. I'll be doing some more, so we'll have some videos of the Toyota Rav4 2015. So you do that, and then you take a rag, wipe it, whatever. Alright, and then so the way this works is, this is the one-sided one. Again, I have some clear coat. I didn't know how much I needed. I have quite a few scratches on here. I don't know if I use it all, but it's like 12 bucks, 13 bucks online. So I got this and some clear coat. Couple dollars difference on each one. The way this works is you have a ball point right here, so when you press on it, ink will come out. I've always used the ball up a little bit, so it is a little squished. And you just go like this. And paint comes out. And you fill in the holes. So like sometimes it'll be hard for the paint to come out. So work on a big hole so you can like push on it a little harder. That way you don't mind excess coming out, which is often what happens. The excess comes out. You just tap on it. Even, if you got a little bit ink on there, go ahead and do the little holes. I mean, these are so tiny. They're like the head of a needle. Tiny. This one's a little bigger. This one's about the size of the head of this paint. So that's what you do. Okay, here's another one. Here's a bigger one. Alright, so we did a few. If you have some scratches, I have a scratch on the side. There's a brush. It's just like a paintbrush. You want to just get excess paint off before you do anything. And if you need to brush it very lightly. And it's better to do 2 coats than too much the first one. And then basically what you're doing is you're letting it dry. I'll do a few more holes while we let these dry. Yeah, it's no big deal. You don't need a toothpick or also you have to just slap it on with the brush. I recommend using this as much as possible. So you're probably looking at this going, well, he's got a bunch of dots here on the paint job now, which I do. And right now they're looking a little darker than the paint right here. Which it's not. Even if it was, it probably won't be a big deal after I show you what happens. I guess you can prematurely dry this if you wanted to, by whatever means you try to think of, but it dries pretty quick. I would say if you're doing a whole hood like this, by the time you get done, this could be dry enough at where you started at. And so keep watching the video because the magic is yet to come. Okay, I probably put you through enough torture. Now there is a off-road stripe for this Rav4. You can put it right up the middle, which I think I'll probably do, though not very much. Fix the chips or not before that, I probably will. But that would be a good way to protect the middle of your hood from having to redo this again. But yeah, this is just chips from salt on some roads up in Pennsylvania where I got this from. So anyway, after these dry off, you can see the little dots here, and I'll try to get a better view, but you just go like this. And you're done. I'm sure a good wax afterwards would be good. You can see this chip, but it's blended in, it's painted. The paint is coming off of the original paint job on the hood. I imagine if you have an old paint job and the finish isn't too good or something, maybe you might want to do something about that first, I don't know. But you just wipe it off and that's it. So I'm glad you watched this whole thing. I'll show you again a little bit here, if we can, on the hood. Let's see here. You may be able to see some of the spots. See, here's the spots that have been painted. Oh, there's a couple. You might be able to see those. Anyway, here's a good example of one right here. See that? That's like way bad, right? I was doing much better on these other ones. Where's that right here? It's gone now. See that? This other one. These are all chips that I painted. That's all you do. Might be some kind of wax bar or something you can get to do this, I don't know. Doesn't take long. That's what you do. Thanks for checking it out. It's the Rav4. We're going to hook her up. Put some custom this and that on it. And so check out the other videos and tell me what you might want to see.